Yo, what's good, YouTube? Today, guys, gonna play some Clash of Clans. Right now, I had like a pretty long conversation, like with, oh my god, with like a friend of mine, and yeah, why did I even say that? I actually don't know, but like sometimes when you're talking, you kind of get like in the loop, kind of like, when it's like pretty like late, like at night. Right now it's like 1 a.m, and I had like pretty like long conversation with him, and normally I never really much have like long conversation anymore. Like I don't know, it just stopped at a certain time. And then yeah, and like I wouldn't say it's a deep talk, because for deep talk, I don't know, it has like to be about some different type stuff. Like I also didn't had like any deep talk since so long, very long. I still remember when was actually last time I actually had a deep talk. I think it was like during like 2020, 2021, during like when we were like playing Minecraft with some friends, and then you're like late at night building new stuff, placing blocks and all of that. And then I really hate that stuff right there. Where is it? Where is it? I want to destroy it as quick as possible. Ah, right there. Okay, we're gonna shoot here our bow right there. Through it, come on. Okay, didn't do anything. Let's place here all the dragons. I know some people actually saying, oh, why are you actually spamming your dragons and all of that? But I just feel like spamming. And also afterwards, actually, somebody actually told me in the comments, you should spam also totems afterwards. And this is completely my plan. I will have these totems, spam them so easily, man. It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect. Alright, until then, let me just here actually place here this. Alright, he actually doesn't even get activated by, or like deactivated by the poison. Alright, but enough about this. So with that friend, actually, we talked about like a lot of stuff. First of all, what am I gonna study? It started like this. Then I talked, or like said to him, how afraid actually I am, with like all that study stuff, and actually I'm pretty like afraid of like there are like two versions of me, in the future. One that actually got like a lot of money, and the other one that actually, yeah, still got like a bit of money, but like not really much a lot, because like he wasn't like doing enough, and like I don't want to be that person actually that is like that didn't got enough, that type of person. And then it's like, damn it, I should have done more. That's actually for it some of the feelings I actually hate the most. Of like, I should have done more. I should have done more, because that for you guys, wow, this for you makes me wow itch. This itches me in my skin, of like how bad I would feel like. I could give you some example. Imagine you are at school, okay? You have a test, you got not enough, and then after the test you're like, damn it, I should have done more. Okay, that's a pretty easy one. But now let's continue. Let's go a bit deeper, okay? Let's go now with like, you are at work, okay? And let's say you start at a firm, and let me just revenge this guy. You start at a firm, okay, at the bottom, and then after 40 years of working there, you actually just got like, you got kind of up, but not really much. And you're like, damn it, if I would have put like more effort actually in my starter years, where I actually started to work, then I would have gotten much more. Same thought again, with like, imagine your parents, okay? You love your parents, you are like in your room, you're playing games, you're watching YouTube videos and all of that, exactly like you're watching here Sose Mao, but then sometimes actually like much later on, I hope for you guys, for all of you guys, your parents are gonna live as long as possible, are gonna live super long for you guys. But imagine someday, I mean, it's not just imagine, someday your parents will die, okay? And then they are that, and then you are like again watching YouTube, and you're like, oh, now like normally after this video I would normally go out of my room, and actually ask them a question or all of that, or actually just talk with them, what I actually do pretty often. And so then I walk out of the room. I want to go to the table actually, or like in the room where my parents actually normally at, and I walk there and I'm like, damn, right, they are dead, then I'm like exactly like thinking back, I should have spent more time with them, that's for real like something that's actually like so bad, it's like again like the same thing, but it can always itch more and more and more and more. And of course right now you just think of actually of an idea, of that, you can't really much place yourself in that situation, where for real that idea, that emotional would for real like itch you out, like for you guys, some people actually take their life, because it's so crazy, okay? Not just because of that, but of course so many more factors that actually like complement the story that I just gave you, okay? And yeah, I don't want to be that person, of course. I think nobody actually wants to be that person. So I'm like, damn, come on, Sosimo, just bite on your teeth. Don't be always like the guy, to not do enough, just enough to actually barely do it, all of that. So yeah, there's also like kind of like an idea to you guys to actually spend some more times with your family, spend some more time with your friends, spend some more time with actually the people that you love, because sadly these people won't always be on this world. And I really hope, guys, for you guys that it's gonna work out. I'm gonna also like do like what you do like in Germany. You tap like your fist 3 times on wood. That like it like exists for as long as possible. Everything that you cherish a lot, that you love a lot, and all of that. You also say like in Germany, toy, toy, toy. So yeah, for you guys. Hope all the best for you. And also something I want to add up to you is like that's also not very good. It's like you live the day, but you don't think about the future. You just live the day, and yeah, the day goes on. And of course, time will always run faster than you can go, and so you will never do enough. Okay, I know it's kind of sounds very pessimistic, and all in all, but at the end of the day, it should be actually a bit more to motivate you guys to do more. Instead of just not doing enough. Like do more. Oh, we actually got here some troops, very nice actually. Let me actually here. Oh, okay, we're still very strong right there. Let me just here pop this right there, and let me pop this. Perfect. Alright, where am I gonna use here? Let's use it right there. I don't want actually the queen to die. But yeah, think about this and all. Yeah. You could kind of say also existential crisis and all of that, also talk about like some economical stuff, that right now there will be like a crisis and all of that. And he told me, yeah, like so many people are actually saying, there's gonna be a crisis, it's gonna be like economic crash and all of that, but like, I don't want to think like this because it always worked out. And I mean, he kind of got a point, of course. But like, I also watch into statistic, and it can't go further like this. Like, I'm not talking about like the general market and all of that. The general economic. I think like there, the world will always know what to actually do and all of that. But yeah, it was actually pretty refreshing to have actually talked because like I don't know lately I'm talking like about like all these years actually. I stopped thinking doing so deeply and much more like just exactly like also as this YouTube channel. If you actually watch like my not my first videos but like the first 200 first 500 videos, the themes in there were like much deeper, but then it started actually to go like much more on the surface level. Of course it was also in one way to kind of like protect me to overshare over all of that, because I mean it's still my life, and I don't really much want anybody to know exactly what's happening in my life, and these people are actually not my friends, not all of that. So it was also, of course, like in one way, it was to protect also myself, but in another way also, it's again the same scheme again of like also with my friends. No, I just went like, okay, we are not really much like we are friends, but it's like we spend time together, we have fun, and it's not much more than this. And that's actually something kind of bad because, of course, throughout these conversations, I'm not gonna say, oh my god, with this conversation, I grew much more fonder with my friends, and we are now not anymore friends, but like friends plus, no, not friends plus, because that's actually something else, but like, oh my god, I now advanced to level 2 friend, it's not like this at all. Friends and all of that, it's not as statistical as that. And what did I actually want to say there? Yeah, it's very important to actually have some conversation like that, with people. And what I always said is like I stopped, talking about this, to kind of like, let's not say it like that, but not to be vulnerable, and not show any vulnerable sides to me and all of that. And actually, you're just cutting yourself. And yeah, that's why, guys, if you got anything in your mind, you can write into the chat. But of course, I would prioritize to you guys to actually talk about with this with your friends. If you got like any thought right there. I think everybody has like a thought up in their brain, and yeah, to just talk with a friend, because what's gonna happen, it's always better, because if you got like an important thought in your head, it's gonna grow, and the bigger it gets, the harder it gets to actually speak it out loud, so that's why, just talk, that's also why I've got YouTube stuff, because he also told me you are a yapper, and also asked him actually, would you say I'm a good yapper, not just can I talk and people listen, like because I also had like how should I say it? I also had um, a professor actually that told me, hey, when you talk about something, like I did like a presentation, and he said to me, when you talk about something, people actually like to listen to you. And that's also like, of course, why I also kind of did YouTube, not because of this professor, but I kind of know that when I talk, about stuff, people actually would listen to me. Then I asked actually that friend, if he could say to me, if this is like real or not, if it's like, yeah, just generally if it's like not cap what the professor was saying, and all and on. And actually told me that like you're not the worst talker, of course, but you're not also like the best. I'm not gonna say any name of like who can actually like yap or like talk the best and people listen to them and like they are completely manipulated by them. But I would say I'm all in all not too shabby. I mean, I can talk, but something actually that hinders me so much, and I would say is, I wouldn't say social anxiety. I'm always saying, oh, if I got the luxury to not talk to people, I don't want to talk to people. But you have to talk to people, I swear, guys. And that's actually for you guys something I really have to train on me, to actually just talk, with people and all in all. But something I'm also pretty much like, I wouldn't say a people pleaser per se, but I would say like I'm someone, I want to make like people to not feel bad, like I don't want them actually to be like, oh, why is he talking to me, all of that, I want also, of course, to make them feel, yeah, good, not bad and all in all. I don't want to be an asshole. And yeah, so of course, all these thoughts, and that's also the thing with like a lot of people actually say, the more intellectual you are, the more sad you are, because you got much more information, much more factors that you can see, and also putting like into calculation. And of course, it's gonna make everything much complicated. Like a dumb person, I'm not gonna say dumb person, no, dumb, you're dumb, all of that, but like he thinks less. By thinking less, he has less factors to actually calculate, and so of course, he's gonna live easier, or not. But it could also be again a vision perspective, of the intellectual person saying, oh, he lives so easily because he doesn't actually have. No, it's always very difficult to always know. Boom, boom, boom. That's why talking with people actually helps a lot. And yeah, all right. Otherwise than this, guys, hope you guys still have a wonderful day. Smash like, smash subscribe. Don't forget, guys, to spend time with your loved ones. And yeah, hope you guys still have a wonderful day. Smash like, smash subscribe. Let's do guys the next video. Hope you guys still have a wonderful day. And bye, guys.